everyone, it's Jenny from the Hinsdale Public Library in the Youth and Young Adult Services Department. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a no-sew sock snowman. Isn't he cute? All right, let's get started. So first up, we'll talk about the materials that you need for your snowman. So you've got a white sock for the body of your snowman, a colorful sock that you'll use for the hat and scarf. You need rice, so you have a nice plump snowman. Rubber bands, some buttons, orange pom-pom, some googly eyes, and some glue dots. Okay, so first up, we are gonna start by filling the white sock with rice. So now, my tip for this is to take just a plain piece of paper if you have something a little stiffer, but we actually need a way to get the rice into the sock because the top of this sock is a little bit tight. So we need to be able to kind of use the white paper as a funnel. So if you actually have a funnel, go ahead and use that. But if you don't have one, a piece of paper or even a piece of cardstock, which might be a little more stiff, that would be good. So you just need to be able to shoot the rice down there, and then we'll just kind of make sure it gets down to the bottom or the toe of the sock. Okay, so I'm actually going to use a little measuring cup. So I think I put about, and I am making a mess. So messes might happen. So I believe I put in about 2 cups worth of rice. So you can always kind of shake it down and kind of look and see, you know, if you're kind of getting close to what you want. So the snowman, right, that's going to be the bottom kind of pile of snow for your snowman. So you need 2 of those. So the bottom you're going to want to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to keep filling mine up actually. Let's see. Actually, my funnel top's a little bit bigger now, so I think that helps. So you can try to use an actual measuring cup just to add it in, or if you want to actually measure the amount of rice you're putting in, so you can keep track of that. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Shake it down. Let's see. Well, I think actually that I might put in a smidge more. Let's see if I can get it in without the funnel, since I've already taken the funnel out. Whoop. Not so easy without the funnel. Okay. All right. So there we go. So I think that seems to be pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get some of that extra rice out of the way. Okay, so then you're going to take a couple of your rubber bands. Okay. And first you're going to put a rubber band at the top. So you can feel where your rice goes to. So that's where you want to put the first rubber band. So I know these socks is a little bit long, the amount of sock you have left. So we're just gonna do that. And then, okay, so I've got 1, right? So now I'm gonna pull it up just a little bit so I have some wiggle room, right? So now I wanna kind of make that break, right? Where I'm gonna have the head and then the body of my snowman. So I think about there looks, I think, pretty good. So now I'm gonna take my second rubber band. All right, so there you go. So I see I've got a definite bottom to my snowman and then the top where his head is gonna be. So if you need to make some adjustments, you know, you could always loosen the rubber bands and move the rice around inside a little bit if you want. So we do have a long piece of sock still left over, so you can cut that, or you can just roll it down, but I have a feeling if you roll it down, you're gonna have a lot of socks still left. So I'm actually, let's see, I don't wanna cut it all. So I'm actually gonna cut it right where you see the lines kind of end. So I'm gonna cut that. And then I think I will just save this part because it might be nice to have something for the hat to kind of stick to a little bit. So let's see. Right, so that's like that for right now. Okay, so we're done with him for just a minute here. Okay, so let me show you. So you're going to bring over your pom-pom nose, your 2 googly eyes, and your 2 buttons and your glue dots, okay? So you're gonna take off one of the glue dots and you're going to start placing these pieces onto your snowman. Okay, so I'm going to stick the glue dot behind my buttons. So I'll start with the buttons first. We'll just go ahead with that. If you find that the glue dots are not working for you, I would say you could always just switch over to some regular glue if you'd like. Okay, so let's see, but that does seem like that's pretty sturdy there. So we'll put both buttons on. Ooh. Okay, line them up in a vertical fashion there. Ooh. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna take another couple glue dots here for my eyes. And I think that'll help me know where to put my nose in a minute, so let's see. Yeah, I'll hold it so you can see it there. Let's see, one. These glue dots are actually pretty handy. Let's see, and one more. So I think this one might be the tricky one. It might be easier to stick the glue dot where you want the nose to go, and then just push that right on there. Let's see. Ooh. All right. Okay, that seems okay. So there he is so far. And then if you actually want to take a marker, if you feel like your snowman needs a mouth, you could just take a Sharpie and put some little circles in a smile shape. You know, kind of like the coal that you would if you had a real snowman, right? You put pieces of coal as a mouth. So you can do that. Okay, so here is the fuzzy blue sock we're going to use for the hat. Okay, again, I just left this here in case we need something to kind of stick that hat on. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna cut your sock. So right here's the toe of our sock. Okay, so the toe of the sock. And you're gonna cut, I think you don't wanna cut it too short. I think it's better to give yourself more hat, and then you can always adjust it if you need to. So I'm gonna guess, let's see. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna cut it about here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So clearly that's going to be way bigger than it needs to be, but at least it kind of gives us something to work with, right? Let's see, can roll it up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, that doesn't look too bad, huh? Okay, so actually maybe that was a pretty good place to cut, because then I'm able to kind of roll it up a little bit. And again, like I said, if you want to trim that piece of sock that's underneath, you could do that, but I feel like that's kind of working for me. Also, you've got enough glue dots that you can actually stick a couple maybe around, you know, maybe in a couple spots, just so that the hat stays in place. Okay, so I'm gonna leave him there for a second. Okay, and then this is the trick with the rest of your sock, okay? So for the scarf, we're gonna go right to the point where I had cut before, and I'm just gonna cut it right across, another strip for myself. Okay, so actually you have it kind of like a circle, right? So what you can actually do, since it's already in a circle shape, you can put it around him once, and then I think even get it around him twice. Oops. Okay, so then that gives you the neck part of your scarf. And then you can actually cut again. Scissors get a little stuck here. Okay, and then you've got another circle, but all you need to do is cut so that you then have a long strip, and then you can actually, whoops, then you can actually pull this out a little bit and then scoot it through. And then this will be the long parts of the scarf. And I'm sorry, it's shedding everywhere. Okay. So you could always trim that a little bit because it doesn't need to be that long. Right? All right, and there you go. There is your super cute no-sew sock snowman. That's all for today. Thanks so much for joining me for the Teen DIY Monthly To Go craft. Remember, all information about Hinsdale Library programs can be found on our website at hinsdalelibrary.info. I'll see you next time. Bye.